33 years. 50 guests. One sentence that made me vanish. The Driscoll Grill, Austin, Texas. 7:45 p.m. Friday. The 14th of March, 2024. Crystal chandeliers cast light over round tables draped in white silk glinting off $300 bottles of red wine. The scent of butter garlic Wagyu beef drifted through the air. Laughter from real estate tycoons, city council members and venture capitalists rang out like a symphony of power. I sat at the head table between my father and my brother wearing the navy silk dress I'd blown a whole week's paycheck on. $220. I'd practiced my thank you speech in front of the mirror 3 times. Thank you for hosting. Thank you for remembering my birthday for the first time in 8 years. But this wasn't a birthday party. This was a business arena disguised as a 3-tier cake. Victor Harrington, my father, sat at the head, his charcoal gray Savile Row suit tailored to perfection, silver hair slicked back. He was CEO of Harrington Holdings, the empire that owned 14 shopping centers from Dallas to San Antonio, 3 5-star hotels and a commercial real estate portfolio worth $62 million. His name was etched on brass plaques at every corner of Austin. To his right was Blake, my 6-year-old brother, COO, the crown prince with the perfect PR smile and 42000 Instagram followers. To my left was my mother, Lillian Harrington, the queen of real estate with her Tahitian pearl necklace and the ability to turn any conversation into a contract. I'd been there 45 minutes. No one said happy birthday. Instead, I heard about the Riverwalk Plaza project, $18 million closing in June. About the mayor's meeting this morning. About Blake signing leases with HEB for 3 new locations. I tried to chime in once CodeSpark kids just got 50 MacBooks donated by Apple for East Austin students. Blake glanced at me like I'd just spoken Swahili. Dad kept cutting his steak. 7:50 p.m. The waiter brought out the cake. 3 tiers of chocolate-dipped strawberries, happy 33rd Avery in white frosting. I stood holding my water glass, I don't drink. Heart pounding. This was it. I took a deep breath. Thank you all for coming tonight. Family is. Dad shot up. His chair scraped the oak floor. The room went dead silent. He looked me straight in the eye. Not the passing glance of family dinners. Not the over-the-shoulder flick when I tried to talk about my students. This was the stare he gave competitors in the boardroom. Avery, his voice rang out cold and clear like he was reading a quarterly report. Before you say anything, I need to speak first. My heart jumped into my throat. This was it. Finally, he saw me. Maybe he'd talk about the scholarship fund I'd quietly built. About the 200 East Austin kids who now knew how to code robots. About my nomination for the Texas Innovator Award. You are the biggest failure of my life. The room froze. A woman at the next table coughed. Someone dropped a fork. Victor continued, voice steady as if announcing interest rates. I gave you every opportunity. Top university. Internship at the company. You chose to be a teacher, $52,000 a year. You rejected the family legacy. You are a stain on the Harrington name. I wish you'd never been born. I stood there still holding the water glass. The water trembled slightly. Not because I was shaking. Because I was trying not to let it spill. Blake smirked a short, sharp laugh like a knife. He pulled out his phone, filming a TikTok caption already forming in my head. When Dad drops truth bombs at dinner, number family drama, number Harrington empire. Mom whispered to the councilwoman beside her. She's too sensitive. Always has been. 50 pairs of eyes. No one stood. No one said Victor enough. No one looked at me with even a flicker of pity. An oil tycoon chuckled. A venture capitalist shrugged like this was just another day in the county. I set the glass down. It didn't break. Not a drop spilled. I picked up my clutch, the nude calf leather one I'd snagged on sale at Nordstrom Rack. I walked out. Heels clicking on the oak floor, steady as the heartbeat that had finally slowed. No tears, no looking back. No words. Behind me, conversation resumed. Riverwalk Plaza. Lease rates. Blake's upcoming SXSW speaking gig. I pushed through the heavy glass doors of the Driscoll Grill. Austin night air rushed in, humid, smoky, with 6th Street BBQ blues guitar drifting from the bar across the street. I stepped down the limestone stairs, ordered an Uber on the app. Car arrived in 3 minutes. I got in, closed the door. The driver asked where to, miss. I looked out the window. Neon lights reflected on the glass. South Lamar, I said. New apartment. The car pulled away. I didn't look back. That night I didn't vanish from the restaurant. I vanished from their lives. I didn't know that just 3 weeks later, I'd stand on Austin's biggest stage in front of 700 of Texas's most powerful people, and my father would be sitting exactly 12 feet away stunned, as my name flashed on the giant screen. I didn't know his company was the event's lead sponsor. I didn't know the video Blake shot tonight would leak to Twitter, hit 2 million views in 24 hours and ignite the media storm to come. I only knew one thing: 33 years of trying to prove my worth to people who never wanted to see it were over. I opened my phone, went to settings, is greater than contacts, is greater than block number. I blocked Mom. Blocked Blake. Blocked Dad. Then I opened notes, typed one line: the 15th of March 2024, day 1 of the rest of my life. I hit save. The car stopped in front of the red brick building on South Lamar. I stepped out, breathed deep the air of freedom. The 680 square foot apartment, $1,650 divided by month rent, view of the glittering Colorado River under moonlight. I unlocked the door, stepped inside, closed it behind me. No more Harrington. Just Avery. And Avery was about to make all of Austin remember her name. I'd lived in an 8,000 square foot house where no one saw me. The house sat in Terrytown, Austin's wealthiest neighborhood, with a private golf course in the backyard and an L-shaped saltwater pool. I grew up there my first 19 years, but it never felt like home. It was Harrington Holdings HQ in miniature, floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking Lady Bird Lake, a 12-seat walnut dining table and a family portrait in the hallway. Dad-centered, Mom standing behind Blake to the right, me shoved to the corner like an afterthought. First flashback, age, the 19th of August 2010. I'd just gotten my full ride acceptance to UT Austin Computer Science. I ran to Dad's office, papers in hand, heart racing. Dad, I got a full scholarship. Victor didn't look up from his Bloomberg screen. Good. But you'll study business. Macomb School. I already spoke to the dean. I swallowed. I want to code. I want to build software that helps kids. He looked up, first time all evening. Avery Harringtons don't do charity. We make money. You study business, graduate top 5%, join the company. Or pay your own way. I chose to pay. Dad cut family funding the next day. I waitressed at Kirby Lane Cafe, studied nights in the library, graduated with $42 0 inches debt. No one came to commencement. Second flashback, age 25. 2016. I just landed a coding teacher job at Martin Middle School, East Austin, 87% low-income students. Starting salary $48K divided by year. I came home with a 3-page proposal, code for kids, free weekend coding for Black and brown kids. I said it in front of Dad at Sunday dinner. Blake was bragging about locking in a Whole Foods lease. Dad, look at this, just $50K seed money. Victor flipped one page, smirked. Coding for poor kids, nonsense. They need to learn to work, not tap keys. Avery, you're wasting potential. Mom nodded, sipping her kale salad. Darling, why not do marketing for the company? Blake needs press releases. I went quiet. That night, I started Code for Kids in a friend's garage, 8 kids, 4 old laptops. No one in the family knew. Third flashback, the next 7 years. I wrote 9 free PR pieces for Harrington Holdings. First, Harrington Holdings donates $100K to Austin ISD scholarships, drafted at 2 a.m. after grading coding homework. Last, Blake Harrington named 40 under 40, edited 17 times to his liking. No credit. No thanks. Just a text from Blake. Good job. Send next one by Friday. And then family dinner on the 8th of February 2024. I still came home once a month, old habit. Long table, 6-course, European, $150 divided by bottle Napa Valley wine. Victor and Blake talked about the new domain, Northside Mall, $12 million, prime location, partner, Simon Property Group. I jumped in during a water break. CodeSpark just got 50 MacBooks from Apple for East Austin kids. They're building apps to track Colorado River pollution. Blake cut me off, not looking up, don't interrupt. We're talking real business. Victor nodded, continued Blake, you meet Simon's reps yet? They want 60-40 split. I stared at my plate, grilled salmon, mashed potatoes, organic greens. I'd driven 45 minutes from South Congress, where I rented a 520 square foot studio for $1,200 divided by month. I wore an old Target sweater. No one asked how I was. No one asked about my students. I wondered if I vanished, would they notice? They'd notice when they needed a speech written. When they needed a backdrop for family photos. When they needed the perfect family image for the press. But me, the real person, had been invisible for years. I got back to the studio at 10 p.m. Opened my laptop. Email from Texas Innovator Award in my inbox. Subject: Congratulations. You are one of 3 finalists. I clicked. Dear Miss Avery Harrington, we are honored to inform you that you are a finalist for the 2024 Texas Innovator Award, Social Impact category. Awards ceremony the 5th of April 2024, Austin Convention Center, 700 VIP guests. Platinum sponsor Harrington Holdings, $200 $0. VIP table 1, Mr. Victor Harrington CEO, Mr. Blake Harrington COO. I read it over and over. Heart racing. Not from joy. From realization, my father was sponsoring the event that would honor me. He'd sit 12 feet from the stage. He'd see my name on the giant screen. He'd hear 700 people clap for the biggest failure of his life. I saved the email to a secret folder. TEDx Award, do not delete. I didn't tell anyone. Didn't brag. Didn't warn them. I just smiled in the dark of my tiny studio ceiling fan whirring. 33 years invisible. Time to show up on my terms. I opened my laptop, started writing my speech. Not for Dad. For me. 3 minutes. 400 words. Every word a brick in a new empire, one without the Harrington name. I typed the first line. 6 years ago I started with 8 kids in a garage. I hit save. Closed the laptop. Turned off the light. Tomorrow I'd withdraw the money, move. Vanish. But not forever. Just long enough that when I returned, all of Austin would finally see me for the first time in my life. My brother called at 1:12 a.m. not to apologize. The phone buzzed on the rickety wooden table in my 520 square foot South Congress studio. Screen lit up: Blake Harrington. I was drifting to sleep after a long day teaching 32 fifth graders. They'd just finished a robot trash cleanup project for the Colorado River. I answered, voice hoarse. Blake, what's up? His voice was wide awake like he'd downed 3 espressos. Avery. Dad needs a speech for the Texas Innovator Award Gala on 4/5. Theme: Education for All. Deadline Monday. Email it. I sat up. Heart pounding. Not because of the request. I was used to free labor for Harrington Holdings. Because of the gala. The one I was a finalist for. The one Dad was sponsoring for $200K. The one where he'd give a keynote on education after mocking my life's work. Blake, I'm swamped. 200 students, 3 weekend classes, and don't be childish. He cut me off tone, like he was talking to a junior employee. This is a chance to make Dad proud. Write something inspiring. You're good at the touchy-feely stuff. I went silent. Flash to the 2/8 dinner, me sharing the 50 MacBooks, him saying don't interrupt. To the 9 free PR pieces over 7 years. To Dad's face at Driscoll Grill, calling me a stain. Deadline Monday is 2 days away, I said. I don't have time. Jesus, Avery. Dad's closing an $18 million deal. You just need 800 words. Do it. I glanced at the clock. 1:17 a.m. I could refuse. Block him. Go back to sleep. But then I thought of the gala stage. 700 VIPs. Table 112 feet away. Dad giving a speech on education for all after wishing I'd never been born. An idea sparked. Sweet. Dangerous. Perfect. Fine, I said. I'll write it. Email the details. Blake exhaled. Good girl. Thanks. Dad'll love it. He hung up. Didn't ask if I was okay. Didn't mention my birthday. Didn't apologize for smirking when Dad humiliated me. I turned on the desk lamp. Opened my laptop. New Google Doc. Title: Education for All, Victor Harrington Keynote. I wrote in his style: formal, inspiring. Opening on education's importance. Middle on corporate responsibility, closing on family legacy. Then I paused at the end. Added a paragraph. Secret. Sweet. And today I am most proud of the true legacy of Harrington Holdings, not the shopping centers or 5-star hotels, but my daughter Avery Harrington. She has quietly changed the lives of 200 East Austin children, teaching them coding, robotics, and the belief they can become engineers, entrepreneurs, leaders. She did it without company funding, without fame, only with the conviction that education is every child's right no matter their zip code. That is education for all in action. I reread it. 87 words. Short enough he wouldn't cut it. Strong enough for 700 people to hear. Precise enough he couldn't deny it. I knew Dad. He never read speeches in advance. He trusted his assistant Blake to vet them. He'd walk on stage iPad in hand read like a robot. He'd say this and freeze when he realized. But the gala was 4/5. My birthday was 3/14. 3 weeks away. And Mom was planning a grand party. I saved the file. Named it Keynote, Draft, V Final. DocX. I didn't send it. I would, but not to Blake. I'd send it to the gala organizers. With one condition: Victor Harrington reads it verbatim to introduce the social impact category right before announcing the finalists. I opened another email. To Miss Elena Rodriguez, Program Director, Texas Innovator Award. Dear Elena, I am Avery Harrington. I know Mr. Victor Harrington, my father, is giving the opening keynote. I wrote his speech. Attached. One request: he reads it verbatim, no edits. Reason: I want him to understand what education for all means before he sees my name on the screen. Thank you. Avery. I hit send. 1:42 a.m. I lay back. Couldn't sleep. Pictured the scene: Dad on stage, spotlight, 700 eyes. He reads the last part. Voice booming: I am most proud of my daughter Avery Harrington. Then he looks at table 1, sees me. Realizes. But that was plan B. Plan A: I'd take the stage first. I'd win. I'd read it myself in my own voice. I opened the laptop again. Started my real speech. 3 minutes. 400 words. Opening with 10-year-old Sophia, my first Code Spark student, now coding flood tracking apps for her community. I wrote until 3 a.m. Saved Avery, Keynote, Reel. DocX. I set an alarm 6:00 a.m. on 3/15. Withdraw, move, vanish. Blake would notice I didn't send the speech by deadline. He'd rage. Dad would fume. Mom would call. But by then, I'd be gone. With a new plan. The secret paragraph would sit in the organizer's server. Ready to trigger if needed. I turned off the light. Stared at the cracked studio ceiling. Traffic hummed on Congress Avenue, 1:12 a.m. on the 1st of March 2024. The last family call. Later Blake would say I called at 1 a.m. because I thought she'd do it. Like always. He didn't know this time I did, but not for them. I did it for the 200 kids sleeping in East Austin trailers. For Sophia dreaming of NASA. For me about to step into the light. I whispered into the dark, thanks for the reminder, Blake. Now let's see who reads the speech. I smiled. Drifted off, 13 days to go. The 10th of March 2024, 9:17 a.m. My phone buzzed on the mini kitchen table in the South Congress studio. Mom on the screen. I hesitated a second. First call from her since Blake's 1:12 a.m. demand. I answered. Avery, darling. Lillian's voice was Texas honey sweet. Your father wants to throw you a spectacular birthday, the Driscoll Grill, Friday, the 14th, 7 p.m. 50 guests, partners, council members, a few old friends. Dad says this year has to be special. I stood frozen in the 520 square foot room, coffee mug from a $40 brewer in hand. Special. Dad hadn't thrown me a birthday since I was 12. Last one was a princess tea party in the backyard because Mom insisted. Now he wanted spectacular. Really, Mom? My voice stayed calm. Of course, Dad says you deserve it. Dress up. Love you. She hung up. Didn't ask what I wanted. Didn't ask if I was free. Just an unspoken order: show up, smile, be the backdrop. I set the phone down. Looked out the window, the Colorado River sparkling under spring Sunday. Part of me wanted to believe. Wanted to think after 33 years Dad finally saw me. Wanted to think this party was a late apology for 14 years of invisibility. But the rational part smirked. This wasn't a birthday, this was PR. Harrington Holdings just closed an $18 million deal with Simon Property Group. They needed United family photos in the Austin Chronicle. They needed me, the teacher-daughter, to prove they supported community education. They needed me as set dressing before the cameras. I opened my laptop. New email from the Texas Innovator Award Committee. Official invitation. Dear Miss Avery Harrington, we are honored to invite you to the 2024 Texas Innovator Awards as a finalist, Social Impact. Date the 5th of April, 2024, 6:00 p.m. Venue Austin Convention Center, Grand Ballroom, 700 VIP guests, program. 6:00 p.m., cocktail 7:00 p.m., dinner 8:00 p.m. awards ceremony. Platinum sponsor Harrington Holdings, $200, $0. VIP, Table 1 Mr. Victor Harrington CEO, Mr. Blake Harrington COO, 12 feet from stage. Attire, black tie. Please confirm by 3/15. I printed it, folded it, slipped it into my wallet. Now it was clear. The 3/14 birthday was bait. They wanted me to show up, smile, play the good daughter for the press. So on 4/5 when I took the stage for the award they could puff their chests, that's our girl. Without admitting the 6 years I built CodeSpark alone. I'd go to the birthday. I'd dress up. I'd smile. But I'd vanish before they could use me. Afternoon of 3/11. I drove my 2016 Honda Civic 8, 7,000 miles bought used for $12K to Dillard's at Barton Creek Square. Spent 3 hours trying on dresses. Finally picked the navy silk V-neck knee-length Calvin Klein $220. Nearly a third of my monthly pay. I spun in the fitting room mirror. It hugged my frame, elegant but not flashy. Perfect for Driscoll Grill. Professional enough for the gala stage. I added black heels for $80. Total $300. I calculated $1,200 left in spending. Enough for the month. Back home, I hung the dress on the closet door. Opened YouTube. Searched how to give a thank you speech. Practiced in the mirror 7 times. Thank you Mom and Dad for this wonderful evening. Family is everything. I stopped. Looked at myself. Ponytail. Dark circles. Forced smile. I deleted it. Rewrote. Thank you all for coming. I'm so grateful. Still wrong. Rewrote a 3rd time. 5th. 9th. Finally a short one. Thank you for being here to share this moment. I hope one day we'll all be proud of what truly matters. I printed it. Folded it small. Tucked it in my wallet next to the gala invite. Evening of 3/12. I opened my bank app. Wells Fargo savings $58, 427. 15 years saved, teacher salary, online tutoring, Etsy, CodeSpark stickers. No trips, no dining out. No shopping. Money for the rainy day when family cut me off for good. I scheduled a withdrawal 3/15 7:00 a.m. I searched Zillow for apartments. Filter South Lamar, 1 bed under $1,700 divided by month, Riverview. Found one 680 SQF 5th floor, small balcony, hardwood floors, $1,650 divided by month. Emailed the landlord, can sign 3/15, reply in 10 minutes, yes. Bring $3,300 check deposit plus first month to 2:00 p.m. on 3/15, I booked it. Opened Google Calendar. New event the 15th of March 2024 4:00 a.m. Title withdraw. Vanish. Prepare. Reminder 30 minutes before. I set the alarm. Turned off the light. Morning of 3/13. I went to Martin Middle School. Taught 7th grade algorithms. Sophia, my first CodeSpark student, ran up Miss Avery. Our flood tracking app got featured in the Austin American-Statesman. I hugged her. I'm so proud. I didn't tell her about the birthday. The gala. The plan. Just said tomorrow, I'm busy. But Monday we code flying robots. She beamed. Evening of 3/13. I packed 4 suitcases. 2 boxes of books. 1 box of CodeSpark files. I left behind family photos on the shelf. World's best daughter mug Mom gave me at 10. Blake's 2017 birthday card. Wishing you success, B. I snapped a final photo of the studio. Texted my only close friend Maya Patel, mentor at Austin Ed Tech Fund. Me, tomorrow I vanish. Don't worry, we'll explain later. Maya, go get them, tiger. Night of 3/13. I lay in bed, staring at the ceiling. Thinking about the birthday. The 50 guests. My parents. My brother. The $220 dress. The smile I'd force. I whispered. This is the last time I'm a prop. I opened my phone. Settings is greater than do not disturb is greater than schedule. Set from 3/14 6:00 p.m. to 3/15 6:00 a.m. No calls. No texts. No interruptions. I set the alarm 4:00 a.m. 3/15. Screen lit, withdraw. Vanish. Prepare. I smiled. Turned off the light. 24 hours to go. The birthday would go as planned. But my plan was just beginning. The 15th of March. 2024. I erased my name from the family contacts. 4:00 a.m. Alarm blared. I was up before the second ring. The South Congress studio was pitch black, only streetlight filtering through thin curtains. I threw on jeans, gray hoodie, old sneakers. No makeup. No coffee, just a water bottle and resolve sharp as a blade. 4:15 a.m. I checked suitcases 4 with clothes, 2 boxes of books and CodeSpark files, laptop, passport, car title. Snapped one last photo of the room, sent to Maya. Go time. She replied with a thumbs up emoji. 4:30 a.m. I drove the Honda Civic out. Austin still slept, only bread delivery trucks and street sweepers. I reached the Wells Fargo on Congress at 6:55 a.m. Doors opened at 7:00. The teller, young woman named Maria, eyed me oddly when I asked to withdraw $58,000 cash. You sure, that's your entire savings? I'm sure, I said, sliding ID. 15 years teacher, pay $30 divided by HR, online tutoring, Etsy. CodeSpark stickers. No vacations. No dinners out. No shopping. Money for this day. Maria counted 580 hundreds bundled into 10 stacks. I stuffed them into a waterproof backpack. Heavy, not from cash but freedom. 7:45 a.m. I wired $55,000 to a new Frost Bank account opened online last night. Kept $3,000 cash for the apartment deposit. 8:30 a.m. Breakfast at Juan in a million, egg tacos and black coffee, $8. I sat in the corner watching joggers along the river. No one knew I'd just erased my old life. 11:00 a.m. I arrived at the red brick building on South Lamar. Landlord Mr. Hernandez, 60X NASA engineer, waited with the lease. 680 SQFT, 5th floor, small balcony with river view. Hardwood floors, granite kitchen, walk-in closet twice the size of my old one. I signed Avery Harrington. Handed a $3,300 check deposit plus first month. He gave me keys. Welcome home, Miss Avery. Best view in the city. I stepped in. Airy new wood smell. I opened the windows, river breeze rushed in, carrying birdsong and fresh grass. I stood there 10 minutes just breathing. 1:30 p.m. Back to the old studio. Cleared out in 45 minutes. Left. Craigslist wooden table. Second-hand sofa. Mini fridge full of leftovers. I took only what mattered: clothes, laptop, CodeSpark files, 2022 Teacher of the Year award, and Sophia's drawing. A blue robot with Miss Avery is a superhero. 1:15 p.m. I emailed Mom from my laptop. Subject: new address. Mom, I moved. Don't look for me. I need space. I choose me. Avery. I hit send. No explanation. No apology. No address. 1:16 p.m. Phone buzzed. Mom calling. I blocked. 1:17 p.m. again. Blocked. By the 23rd call in 15 minutes I powered off. 2:00 p.m. I moved into the new place. Hung clothes. Set laptop on the pine desk by the window. Hung Sophia's drawing on the wall. Opened Frost Bank app, $58,000 transferred. Set auto pay, rent $1,650 divided by month. 3:30 p.m. New phone, new number, bought at Walmart this morning. Buzzed. Text from unknown: Blake, what the hell are you doing? Dad needs the speech. Deadline was yesterday, send it now. Me, write it yourself. Him, don't play games. You know Dad's busy. This is a big gala. Me, I'm busy building a future. No more free work. Him, you'll regret this. Dad's livid. I blocked the number. Turned off notifications. 4:00 p.m. HEB run. Bought pasta, tomatoes, cheese, milk, eggs, bread, total $68. Cooked my first meal in the new place, pasta on the balcony, river sparkling in, late Sunday. 6:00 p.m. Opened laptop. Email from gala organizers, confirmed Avery Harrington attending as finalist. 3-minute speech, submit by 4:01. I started writing. The real one. 7:30 p.m. Final sweep of the old studio. Found a box of photos under the bed. Family shot at 10, dad hugging Blake, mom hugging me but eyes on Blake. College graduation, me and Maya only, 18th birthday, me cutting cake alone. I carried them to the new kitchen. Burned each one in the stainless sink. Flames licked paper, smoke rose. Burnt smell. I ran the tap ashes down the drain. Tears fell. First since Driscoll Grill. Not sad. Not angry. Released. I whispered, goodbye, old Avery. 8:00 p.m. Hung new photos on the wall. Sophia and her robot. Code Spark class of 32 grinning kids. 2022 Teacher Award. I opened Spotify. Empowerment Anthems playlist. Fight song blasted. I danced. Alone. In the new apartment, Riverview, 9:00 p.m. Set alarm 6:00 a.m. 3/16 first class from the new place. I slid into the new bed, $300 Amazon foam mattress. Stared at the pristine white ceiling. No cracks. No memories. March 15202 Vist. I erased my name from the family contacts. They'd search for me in the next 24 hours. They'd call. Text. Maybe show up at the old school. But I was gone. Not running. Present on my terms. South Lamar Apartment. Unit 512. Riverview. Freedom. I fell asleep smiling. 20 days until the gala. And this time I'd hold the mic. The 20th of March 2024, 10:00 a.m. I drove my Honda Civic up the West Austin Hills to the Austin EdTech Fund HQ, a modern glass building nestled among oaks overlooking Lake Travis. I wore a white blouse, black jeans, flats, no $220 dress. No need to impress. I was here to sign a deal, not beg. Dr. Maya Patel met me at the door. 45 brown skin, high bun, gold-rimmed glasses, ex-Google engineer, now head of Texas's largest edtech fund. She was the only one who believed in me in 2018 when CodeSpark was 8 kids in a garage with 4 broken laptops. Avery. Maya hugged me tight. You look different. Stronger. I smiled. I vanished. Now it's time to show up. We walked to a small meeting room, recycled wood table floor to ceiling windows, sunlight dancing. Maya slid a leather folder across. $3.2 million over 5 years. Breakdown: $1 million first year for 3 new East Austin schools, $500K equipment, $300K full-time teacher salaries, rest, marketing and research. CodeSpark Kids retains 100% IP image rights, curriculum control. No board seats. No interference. I flipped pages. 42-page contract. Small print, crystal clear. Avery Harrington, founder and executive director. No Harrington Holdings. No Victor Harrington. Just me. Best deal I've ever seen, I said. Maya grinned. Because you earned it. We track metrics: 200 students, 92% math score gains, 18 UT, Austin robotics scholarships. You don't need family money. I signed. Avery Harrington. Black ink, firm stroke. Maya signed. We shook. Camera flash, history made. One more thing, Maya said. Gala organizers reached out. They want a 3-minute CodeSpark video for the 4/5 event. I told them to contact you directly. I nodded. Perfect. 11:30 a.m. Light lunch, quinoa salad and green tea. Maya asked about the birthday. I gave the short version: Dad's words, Blake's smirk, Mom's silence. Maya shook her head. They'll be shocked when you take the stage. That's the plan, I said. The 27th of March 2024. I woke at 5:45 a.m. to knocking. Neighbor Mrs. Mary, 78, held a rolled newspaper. Avery, you're on the front page. I opened the Austin American-Statesman. Metro section cover, full-color photo, me in the CodeSpark classroom, 32 kids around me holding homemade robots. Bold headline: Avery Harrington, 33, builds coding empire for poor kids. Texas Innovator Award finalist. Subhead. From a garage with 8 students to 200 lives changed without a dime from her billionaire family. 1200 word story. Quotes Sophia. Miss Avery says I can code for NASA. I believe her. Maya. Avery is the scalable model for equitable education. Final line: awards ceremony 4/5 at Austin Convention Center. Platinum sponsor: Harrington Holdings Company of her father Victor Harrington. I read it again and again. Harrington Holdings tagged in bold. They couldn't hide. I ran to HEB at 7:00 a.m. Bought 5 copies. Back home spread them on the new kitchen table. Carefully cut. Present on my terms. South Lamar Apartment. Unit 512. Riverview. Freedom. I fell asleep smiling. 20 days until the gala. And this time I'd hold the mic. The 20th of March 2024, 10:00 a.m. I drove my Honda Civic up the West Austin Hills to the Austin Ed Tech Fund HQ, a modern glass building nestled among oaks overlooking Lake Travis. I wore a white blouse, black jeans flats, no $220 dress. No need to impress. I was here to sign a deal, not beg. Dr. Maya Patel met me at the door. I taped them to the living room wall next to Sophia's drawing. They'll see my face before I take the stage. 8:00 a.m. New phone buzzed. Unknown number. Blake, seen the paper. Dad's furious. Remove the company name now, me. Press wrote it. I don't control them. Him, you did this on purpose. Dad wants a press release denying it. Me. Deny, what? The truth. He didn't reply. I blocked. 9:00 a.m. Email from Austin Chronicle. Interview request. Billionaire's daughter rejects legacy, builds education empire. I declined politely. Not time yet. 10:00 a.m. At Martin Middle School. Kids swarmed. You're in the paper. I hugged them. Taught AI ethics. Sophia asked, will you win? I winked. I'll try. Afternoon 3/27. Back at South Lamar. Opened laptop. Gala email. 3-minute video. Do 4 halves. Content code spark journey impact future. I started filming. iPhone $20 Amazon tripod. Scene 12018 garage, 8 kids on the floor, 4 old laptops. Scene 2 now 200 kids flying robots. Scene 3 parents crying. My kid went from F to A in math. Close me to camera. I don't need a billionaire legacy. I need these 200 kids to believe they're enough. Edited in iMovie. Added Brave by Sarah Bareilles instrumental. Sent at 8:00 p.m., evening 3/27. On the balcony. Herbal tea. Riverview. Newspaper wall glowed under distant neon. Phone buzzed. Maya calling. Avery video is killer. Organizers loved it. It'll play right before the finalists. I laughed. Good. Dad will see it before I walk out. Maya, one more thing. Harrington Holdings tried to get the video edited, remove their name. Organizers refused. Sponsorship contract doesn't allow it. I laughed loud. First time all week. Perfect, I said. 11:00 p.m. Printed 5 more papers, 10 total. Taped them wall to wall. Honor wall. Center me with kids. Around headline quotes, Harrington tag. I stepped back. Whispered, they'll see my face before I take the stage. I turned off the light. Slept. 9 days left. The video would play. Press would spread. Family would panic. But I had allies. Maya, 200 kids, the Austin American Statesman, and the truth. I fell asleep smiling. Dreamed of the gala stage, lights, 700 clapping, Dad 12 feet away speechless. Tomorrow I'd write the final speech. 3 minutes. 400 words. Every word, a bullet. But tonight, I won round 1. 700 people stood and clapped. 2 sat stunned. The 5th of April 2024, 6:00 p.m. Austin Convention Center Grand Ballroom. I entered through the finalists' back door, narrow hallway, concrete walls, fresh paint smell. Security checked my badge, Avery Harrington, finalist #2. I wore a black tuxedo cut gown custom from a local designer, $350, not the birthday dress. Black patent heels, low bun only jewelry, a silver bracelet, Sophia gave me. James Rodriguez, program director, met me. Miss Avery, follow me. We stand behind the black curtain, stage left. I nodded. Heart steady. Not nervous. Just waiting. The ballroom was 200,000 SQF 30 ceilings, massive crystal chandelier. 70 round tables, white silk cloths, fresh lilies. 700 VIPs, CEOs, council members, VCs, philanthropists. Laughter, clinking glasses, expensive perfume. Giant 50F LED screen behind the stage, loop sponsor logos, Harrington Holdings, platinum sponsor. I stood behind the thick black curtain, peeking through a 2-inch gap. Table 1 front center, 12 feet from the stage. My father Victor Harrington charcoal suit red tie silver hair slicked. He laughed loud with the Austin mayor clapped the shoulder of Mr. Delgado, $15 million domain expansion partner. Blake to his right navy suit phone in hand PR smile. Mom at table 2 diamond necklace whispering to a charity foundation chair. They had no idea I was here. They thought I'd vanished. They thought I'd quit. 6:30 p.m. Cocktail hour. I watched through the gap. Dad shook hands with Dell's CEO. Blake snapped selfies with influencers. No one mentioned me. 7:00 p.m. Dinner. Filet mignon Napa wine. I ate a chicken sandwich from my bag prepared. 7:40 p.m. Lights dimmed. James took the stage. Voice boomed through Bose speakers. Distinguished guests, the social impact category. We have 3 outstanding finalists. First, Rural Clean Water Program. 2-minute video. Polite applause. James, and our second finalist. Screen lit. My 3-minute video began. Scene 12018 garage. 8 kids on the floor, 4 old laptops. Me at 27 ponytail hand-printed code Spark T. Today we code obstacle avoiding robots. Scene 2, now. 200 kids. Across 5 East Austin schools. Homemade robots ran mazes. LEDs, blinking. Kids laughing. Scene 3, parents crying on camera. Black mom, my son went from F to A in math. Miss Avery gave him hope. Scene 4, graphs. 92% improvement, 18 UT robotics scholarships, $3.2 million from Austin Ed Tech Fund. Music swelled, brave instrumental. White text on black, founder and executive director Avery Harrington. Room silent 2 seconds. Then whispers spread. Table 1, Victor froze. Champagne glass stopped midair. Blake dropped his phone. Mr. Delgado next to Dad whispered, "That's Victor's daughter." Mom at table 2 covered her mouth. James smiled, "Please welcome Miss Avery Harrington to the stage." Spotlight hit. I stepped out. Blinding light. 700 eyes. I walked 12 steps to the podium. Heels clicked on wood. I stood. Looked out. Applause started. Polite. Then grew. Then standing. 700 people on their feet. Clapping like thunder. 42 seconds. I counted. I raised a hand. "Thank you." They. Saturday. I glanced at the teleprompter. My speech. 3 minutes. 400 words. Began. 6 years ago I started with 8 kids in a garage. No money. No sponsor. Just belief that a zip code doesn't decide a future. Room pin drop quiet. Today, 200 kids have a shot at being engineers, entrepreneurs, leaders. They code robots, build apps that save their communities, believe they're enough. Scattered applause. This wouldn't happen without Austin EdTech Fund, Maya Patel, and 200 families who trusted me. I paused. Looked at table 1. Dad pale. Blake turned away. For years I thought my worth needed permission. From family. From society. From someone who called me a failure. Room dead silent. I was wrong. I don't need anyone's permission, not even my father's. Gasps. Camera flashes. I advanced the slide. The secret paragraph I'd sent the organizers asked Victor to read in his keynote. He did but didn't understand. Now I read it. Edited. I looked straight at Victor, and today I am most proud of my true legacy, not shopping centers or 5-star hotels but myself. I quietly changed 200 children's lives, taught them coding, robotics, and the belief they can be anyone. I did it without family funding, without fame, only with the conviction that education is every child's right. That is education for all in action. The room exploded. 700 standing again. Clapping 55 seconds. I saw. Mr. Delgado stood first. Mayor clapped. Code Spark parents cried. Victor sat stunned. Blake hung his head. I closed. I'm not here for the trophy. I'm here for Sophia, the 10-year-old dreaming of NASA. For Jamal, who once thought he was bad at math. For every kid told they're not enough. I looked at Victor one last time. Worth doesn't need permission, it's always there. We just have to choose to see it. Room stood a third time, 1 minute 12 seconds clapping. James waved to stop it. I stepped down. Maya hugged me. Parents swarmed. Tech CEO handed a card. Let's partner councilwoman expand to Houston. I wove through the crowd. Near table 1, Victor stood, face ashen. Avery, we need to talk. I stopped. No. You said enough at Driscoll Grill. Blake, you embarrassed Dad in front of 700 people. I smiled softly. I made 200 kids proud in front of 700 people. Mr. Delgado approached Avery. My firm wants to sponsor $500K. No strings. Victor tried. You're a Harrington. I cut. No. I'm Avery. That's it. I turned. Crowd parted. Camera flashes. Number Avery Harrington trending on Austin Twitter. 8:45 p.m. Third finalist spoke. I won Crystal Trophy £5. I hugged it. Thanked. Didn't look at table 1. 9:30 p.m. Out to the car. Valet handed keys. I slid into the Honda Civic. Closed the door. Rearview mirror. Victor stood at the convention center doors alone under neon. I drove to South Lamar. River View. 680 SQFT. Freedom. Night of the 5th of April 2024. Moment of truth. 700 stood and clapped. 2 sat stunned. And I won. The 6th of April 2024, 5:30 a.m. I woke in the South Lamar apartment, river fog still clinging. New phone, new number buzzed nonstop. Maya Patel calling. Avery, you won Texas Innovator Award, Social Impact. And GMA wants you live tomorrow, 7:00 a.m. slot, Austin studio. I bolted up. Crystal Trophy still on the kitchen table gleaming under LED. I'd hugged it like a child last night. GMA. For real. Real number Avery Harrington trending nationwide. Gala video 3 million TikTok views. They're calling you, the girl who rejected a billionaire empire. I laughed loud. First since the 2018 garage, 7:00 a.m., April 7. GMA Austin Studio 6th and Congress Corner. Studio lights, blinding red cameras, host Robin Roberts' warm smile. I wore a white blouse, black slacks, no tuxedo. Robin, Avery, your father called you his biggest failure in front of 50 guests. Now you win in front of 700 at the event he sponsored. How does it feel? I looked at the camera. I didn't win for revenge. I won because 200 East Austin kids deserve to be seen. Gala clip played me on stage, 700 standing. Robin, your father's reaction. I paused 2 seconds. He has the right to silence. Like he stayed silent when I needed him. Interview ended. Robin hugged me. You're an inspiration. Clip aired nationwide, 8:00 a.m. EST, 7:00 a.m. Texas. Twitter exploded. Number girl boss, number Avery speaks truth. Same day, 2:00 p.m. I taught robotics at Martin Middle School. Kids swarmed. You were on TV. Sophia hugged tight. You're a real superhero, I smiled. But my phone buzzed. Email from Elena Rodriguez, Texas Innovator Award. Congrats on the win. Breaking Delgado Investments, just pulled from Harrington Holdings domain expansion, $15 million deal. Public reason, corporate culture concerns following gala incident. Press is hunting. I reread. $15 million. The project Dad bragged about for 3 months. Biggest partner. I didn't call anyone. Didn't text. Just smiled. April opt. Press exploded. Austin American Statesman front page, Harrington Holdings loses $15 million after gala night, investor cites toxic family. Texas Monthly. From failure to icon, Avery Harrington and the billionaire clan shock. CNBC online corporate culture crisis, Harrington Holdings stock down 3%. I didn't read it all. I was busy expanding. CodeSpark signed 2 new San Antonio schools. April 10:09 a.m. Email from mom. First, since I blocked Lillian, Avery, you humiliated your father. The board mandated he take a 6-month leadership ethics course at Harvard online. And issue a public apology. Happy now, me, I didn't demand it. The board did. That's consequence. Mom didn't reply. 10:30 a.m. Harrington Holdings press conference, YouTube livestream. Victor at the podium, face stiff. I acknowledge my words at my daughter's birthday were inappropriate. I apologize for hurting the community. Harrington Holdings commits to healthy corporate culture. No mention of my name. No daughter. No Avery. Just community. Twitter roasted. Number fake apology. Number Victor Harrington. Afternoon, 4:10. Back at the apartment. Mailbox handwritten letter from Delgado Investments. Dear Miss Avery, we are proud to sponsor Code Spark $500K first year. No conditions. Thank you for reminding us family values can't be bought. Mr. Luis Delgado. I framed it on the honor wall next to press clippings. Evening 4/10. Solo dinner grilled chicken salad Riverview. Phone buzzed. Email from Sarah Klein Esquire Corporate Attorney Austin. Subject urgent legal consult, Harrington Holdings Miss Avery. I represent a minority shareholder group at Harrington Holdings. Finding company used corporate funds for $200K gala sponsorship knowing family conflict of interest you as finalist. This may violate Texas Business Organizations Code Section 21.418 misuse of company assets. If you provide evidence emails gala video speech we can pursue class action for damages plus CEO removal. Free consult 512-555-0199. Sarah Klein. I read 3 times. Heart raced, not fear. Justice, I didn't call yet. Opened laptop. Found files. Email to Elena Rodriguez requesting Victor read the paragraph. Gala video dad saying proud of my daughter. Sponsorship contract Victor's signature. Save to folder evidence, do not delete. Texted Maya lawyer reached out. Possible suit against dad. Maya. That's shareholders' right. Not yours. You just live. I nodded. Closed the laptop. 11:00 p.m. On the balcony. Riverview. City lights reflected. I didn't want to sue. Didn't want revenge. I wanted Code Spark in 10 cities. Sophia at MIT. 1000 kids coding. But if shareholders sued, that was consequence. Not my doing. I whispered. You chose silence. Now the law speaks. Went inside. Set trophy beside the press wall. Added handwritten note 4/6, 4/10. Not the end. Just the start. Turned off the light. Slept. More storms coming. But I had the award. $500K from Delgado. $3. $2M from EdTech Fund. 200 proud kids. And now law on the side of truth. Harrington Holdings was shaking. I wasn't. The 12th of April 2024 3:15 p.m. I was at the new Code Spark Lab rented space in East Austin. Green painted walls, recycled wood tables, 25 Apple donated MacBooks. 6th grade robotics just ended. 28 kids rushed out, backpacks clinking with homemade robots. I wiped the board, prepped to clean. The door opened. Lillian Harrington walked in. Mom in a beige linen dress, Chanel sunglasses, high bun, but red eyes, no lipstick. She looked around Code like a girl. Posters, small trophy shelf photos of smiling kids. Avery, her voice cracked. I came to see. A parent, Maria Sophia's mom, ran up, hugged me. Miss Avery, Sophia got a summer robotics camp scholarship because of you. You changed her life. She cried, squeezed tight. I hugged back. Sophia earned it. Mom stood frozen. Maria turned. You are? Mom stammered, I'm Sophia's grandma. Maria beamed. Hi, Grandma. Miss Avery is an angel. Mom looked at me, eyes watery. I didn't know. I didn't know you built all this. I led her to a corner. Voice calm. You chose silence at Driscoll Grill. You looked away when Dad called me a stain. Now you know. Mom bowed her head. I was scared. Always scared of losing the family. Family isn't a prison, I said. Want to understand? Volunteer. Teach math. 2 sessions divided by week. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 3 to 5 p.m. No promises. Just action. Mom nodded. I'll come. Next Tuesday, Mom showed up on time. Cotton blouse, ponytail, no jewelry. She taught fractions to 12 fourth graders. Voice shaky at first, but the kids loved her. End of class, one boy hugged her. You're great at math. Mom smiled, first real one I'd seen in 10 years. Mom volunteered regularly. 2 sessions divided by week. No skipping, no complaints. She learned kids' names. Brought homemade cookies. Cried when Jamal solved a tough problem. April 1 5800 a.m. I checked the South Lamar mailbox. Handwritten envelope, cream, Blake's neat script. I took it to the balcony, opened it. Avery, I was wrong. I smirked at Driscoll because I thought it made Dad proud. I just wanted to be the good son. But I lost you. I watched the gala video 17 times. I saw the kids smile. I saw you on stage. I saw Dad go white. I'm not asking forgiveness. Just saying I was wrong. I'll come to a Code Spark open house. If you allow. No talking. Just watch. Blake, I read 3 times. No tears. No anger. Just evaluation. I emailed no phone. Blake, actions, not words. Open house Saturday, 10 a.m. Back row. No photos, no talking to kids unless they ask. One time. Then I decide. Avery, Saturday. Blake came. Polo shirt instead of suit, no logo. Sat back row. Watched kids demo robots. No phone, no PR. Smile. End of event. A boy asked, "Who are you?" Blake, "I'm Miss Avery's brother." Boy, "Watch, my flying robot." Blake smiled. Real. Blake came to 3 more open houses. No pushing to talk. Just watched. Just clapped. Same day, 2:00 p.m. Email from Victor Harrington. Subject, support for CodeSpark. Kids, Avery Harrington Holdings offers $500,000 for CodeSpark. No conditions. We can meet this week. Dad, I replied in 5 minutes. Victor, CodeSpark doesn't need money from someone who wished I was never born. Want to help. Public apology to the 50 birthday guests at Driscoll Grill. Same date and time, filmed and posted to company LinkedIn. Read verbatim. I, Victor Harrington, was wrong to call my daughter Avery a failure and wish she was never born. I am proud of Avery and CodeSpark kids. Or nothing. Avery, no reply. Next week. Mom volunteered. Brought an old photo album. Me at 5 inches, a plastic engineer hat holding a toy laptop. Found it in the basement. You always wanted to code. I smiled. Keep it. Hang it at your house. Mom, I will. And I'll tell Dad. Me, you picking a side. Mom silent. Then I'm picking you. Even if late. Blake sent a second letter. Mailbox. Avery, sorry for the smirk. For only calling when I needed PR. For never asking how you were. I anonymously donated $10K to Sophia's scholarship. No need to know. I'll keep coming to open houses. No pressure. Blake, I checked CodeSpark account $10,000 from anonymous donor. I knew. Emailed Blake. Thanks for the donation. Keep coming. I'll decide on the relationship. Avery, Victor didn't apologize. No meeting. No funding. But the board emailed internally. Mom forwarded requirement. Victor Harrington complete leadership ethics course. Failure, consider removal. Mom volunteered. Blake watched. Victor silent. I didn't forgive yet, I observed. April 30. Mom teaching math. Blake watching. I stood at the door watching family change step by step. I whispered actions, not words. CodeSpark grew. Kids laughed. I was free. Old family cracking. New family building. May 2024. CodeSpark kids exploded. From 200 East Austin students, we expanded to 4 Texas cities: San Antonio, Houston, Dallas, Fort Worth. Total 450 kids, 12 new labs, green walls, recycled tables, robots, flying everywhere. I flew across the state. Monday morning, signed Alamo Heights Public School contract. San Antonio, 80 kids. Tuesday afternoon, Houston ISD parent meeting, 120 black and brown kids, eyes shining. Wednesday, Dallas teacher training, 20 young full-time hires paid from the $3.2M fund. Mom volunteered along. Drove her BMW to San Antonio, taught fractions to 15 fifth graders. Wore the CodeSpark tee I gave her. Math is magic. Kids called her Grandma Lil. She smiled. Real. Blake came to Houston open house. Back row. No photos. A boy asked, can you code? Blake, no, but my sister's teaching me. Boy laughed. Victor never showed. No email. No apology. June 2024. Email from Apple Education, $1,000,000 grant robotics kits for 1,000 Texas students. Condition, Avery Harrington keynote at TEDx Austin 9/2024. I accepted immediately. Title, code without permission. I practiced on the South Lamar balcony, 18 minutes, 2200 words. Opened with the 2018 garage. Closed with Sophia, I'll code for NASA. Maya filmed rehearsals. You're ready, she said. June 15. I signed to buy a 2-bedroom condo, same South Lamar building, 7th floor, 1050 SQFT, double the river view, $420,000. 30-year mortgage 4.2% interest. Down payment $58,000. Old savings plus $10,000. Anonymous Blake donation. Moved in August 1. White walls. I hung. Texas Innovator Trophy Center living room. Photo of 450 kids. Huge wooden frame. All smiles. Sophia's robot drawing Miss Avery is a superhero. Delgado $500K letter glass frame. American Statesman front page. Second bedroom big desk bookshelves. Guest bed. Maya crashes when flying in from San Francisco. I bought a gray sofa walnut dining table handmade wool rug. Total $8,000. First big splurge. August 10. Open house new condo. 50 guests, parents, kids, teachers, Maya. Sophia cut the ribbon. Welcome to Miss Avery's home. Kids rushed in coated robots on the new floors. Mom came. Brought homemade cookies. Stood by the trophy. I'm proud. I hugged her. You're great at math. Blake arrived late. Brought a new laptop for the Fort Worth lab. Said nothing. Set it down. Clapped for kids' demos. Victor not invited. Evening 8:10. On the 7th floor balcony. River view sparkled under city lights. Breeze cool. I sipped herbal tea. Trophy glowed. I realized I don't need them to change. I already changed the world. 450 kids coding. 12 new labs. $1M Apple. $500K Delgado. Mom teaching. Blake donating. Victor. Silent. I whispered enough. August flu. I prepped TEDx. Final script. Rehearsed 47 times in the mirror. August 20. Email from Good Morning America. Invite back. Where are they now segment. Film at Houston lab. I accepted. August 31. Flew to Houston. Shot GMA. Host Avery from Failure to Education Empire. Secret me. No permission needed. Just action. Clip aired nationwide. Number code without permission trending. Evening 8:31. Back at the new condo. Opened fridge, milk, eggs, bread, cooked pasta, ate alone, Riverview. Phone buzzed. Text from Sophia. Miss Avery, I coded a flood tracking app for school. Proud of me He, me proudest in the world. You're the future. I turned off the light. Slid into the new bed. White ceiling. No old memories. I fell asleep. Dreamed. 2018 garage. Gala stage. 450 laughing kids. TEDx Austin 10000 clapping. I didn't dream Victor apologizing. I didn't need it. Because I'd changed the world. One line of code at a time. New Empire Code Spark Kids. Owner Avery. No Harrington. End 34th birthday. I celebrated with 200 kids. No 50 VIPs needed. The 14th of March 2025 3:00 p.m. Main Code Spark Lab in East Austin 2-story building we bought with Apple's $1M grant. Floor-to-ceiling windows, 2000, SQ, FT, red brick, courtyard, robots, flying like birds. 200 kids from Austin, San Antonio, Houston, Dallas, Fort Worth wore green tees printed CodeSpark Kids, level 34. Helium robot balloons, long tables with colored paper cloths, 5-tier chocolate strawberry cake 4 feet tall. No Driscoll grill. No white silk. No $300 wine. Just laughter, light EDM, smells of fresh baking and kid sweat. I wore a gray Founder hoodie, jeans, sneakers, ponytail. No makeup. No $220 dress. I stood in the courtyard, wireless mic in hand. Hey little coders. Today's my 34th birthday and you're the VIP guests. 200 kids screamed happy birthday. Miss Avery robots danced, programmed by Houston 8th graders. They spun LEDs flashing to a Sweet Caroline remix. Parents circled outside, phones filming. Maya Patel mentor stood in the corner grinning. Mom Lillian wore a volunteer tee, silver hair in a high ponytail, cutting cake for 53rd graders. She beamed. Grandma Lil cuts best. Blake at the lemonade table pouring for kids. Polo shirt, no suit. No phone. No PR. 3:30 p.m. Performances. Austin 5th grade river trash robots. San Antonio 7th flood tracking app. Dallas 6th heart drawing drones over the courtyard. I clapped until my hands were red. Hugged every kid on stage. You're amazing. 4:00 p.m. Gifts. No expensive presents. Just handmade cards. Jamal origami robot card, you're the final boss. Maria binary bracelet, Avery equals 010000001. 198 more drawings, stickers, handwriting. I opened each, read aloud. Tears welled, but I smiled. Then Sophia, my first student, now 17, UT Austin scholarship, stepped up. Wore the 2018 garage tee, held a huge posterboard card. Miss Avery, her voice rang. This is from all 200 of us. Card open, 200 kids, signatures, center in big letters. You're why we believe we can do anything. I hugged her tight. Speechless. 200 kids sang happy birthday off key, loud, perfect. I wiped tears, took the mic. Thank you. You're the best gift I've ever gotten. 4:45 p.m. Cake cut. Mom pushed the card over. I blew out 34 LED no smoke candles. Kids cheered. I cut first slice for Sophia. Second for Mom. Third for Blake, he smiled shyly. I looked around. No Victor. I didn't expect him. 1 year gone. 5:15 p.m. Games code treasure hunt, QR codes hidden in the lab, solve puzzles for stickers. I ran after kids laughing when an 8-year-old tugged me, helped debug. Then the main door opened. Victor Harrington stood there. First time in a year. Gray suit, wrinkled tie, loose silver hair, messy. Held a white envelope. Face pale. Room silent. 200 kids stared. Parents whispered. Maya froze. I walked over. Voice calm. What are you doing here? Victor swallowed. I brought the public apology letter. Like you asked. He handed the envelope. I opened it. Harrington Holdings letterhead. Public apology 1. Victor Harrington was wrong to call my daughter Avery a failure, and wish she was never born at her birthday on the 14th of March 2024. I am proud of Avery and CodeSpark kids. Victor Harrington, CEO. I looked at him. Read it aloud. In front of my kids, 200 children formed a circle. Mom covered her mouth. Blake looked down. Victor opened his mouth. Voice shook. He looked at the kids. The robots. Sophia's card. Me eyes red. He couldn't. The envelope dropped. He turned. Walked out into the Austin afternoon, Sunday gone. I picked up the letter. Tore it in half. Tossed it in the trash. Kids silent 3 seconds. Then Jamal yelled, Miss Avery, let's play. Laughter returned. Robots danced. Cake continued. 6:00 p.m. Party ended. Parents hugged me, thanks for the best day. Kids hugged my legs. Next year again. Mom hugged long, I'm proud. Blake patted my shoulder, you're amazing. They left. I cleaned alone. Deflated balloons. Wiped tables. Turned off LED lights. I stood in the empty lab. 200 chairs stacked. Cake 1/3 left. Robots at rest. I looked at the trophy shelf. Wall of 450 kid photos, now 450 not 200. I whispered. Some people never change. But I did, and that's enough. I don't need his apology. I need these 200 kids to know they're enough. I turned off the main light. Walked to the courtyard. Sat on a wooden bench. Austin sky darkening. Stars twinkling. I opened my phone. Notes. Typed the 14th of March, 2025, 34th birthday, no VIPs. No wine. Just 200 little coders. Victor came and left. I won. I hit save. Call to action. I imagine telling this story. If you've ever been told you're worthless, remember your value doesn't need anyone's permission. You don't need parents' approval. Siblings' applause. A boss's praise. You just need to start. One garage, one old laptop, one kid who believes in you. I stood. Locked the lab. Walked to the 7th floor South Lamar condo. River view. Opened the door. Turned on the light. Trophy sparkled. Kid photos smiled. I slid into bed. White ceiling. 34 years old. New empire. True freedom. I fell asleep. Dreamed. 1000 kids next year. TEDx Austin ovation. Sophia on a NASA stage. And me Avery, no longer Harrington. Just the superhero of 200 kids.